Hey!
Hey, Ed.
Hello! Nation! What's up, dude?
Hey! Oh, let me turn my camera on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We have the scuff set up. That's right.
Oh, yeah. The classic.
Fuck, dude. We need to get overlays and shit for this, dude.
It's okay. It's season 1. It's season 0, to be honest.
Season 0. But we're gonna start uploading this to fucking Spotify.
Oh, yeah. I remember someone asked if I'm uploading to SoundCloud. And I was
What?
like, wow, maybe. But then it didn't happen.
Camera enabling in progress. Boom! Yeah,
Wow.
oh, what the fuck is that? BTMC,
I wrote
if you're
this.
reading this, you've been... What?
I wrote it while I was waiting. So first I started my stream and I made a new Minecraft world. I was like, can I find diamond before Ed calls me?
Are you fucking serious?
I found
Wait.
a vein of diamond and then I wrote this.
If you're reading this, you've been in a coma for almost 20 years now. We've been trying a new technique. We don't know where this message will end up in your dream, but we hope we're getting through. Please wake up. We miss you. Dude, that's crazy.
Well,
Well, I guess I'm awake now. Good morning. It's not
it
morning.
worked. This message always works.
Hell yeah, dude.
Okay.
So,
Hey.
hey there. Good morning. Good afternoon. It's
how'd you
afternoon for
sleep?
you, right?
Yes.
Not exactly too well. Some things came up last night. It was pretty crazy.
Aw. Anything to talk about, or is it just a thing that happened?
It's mainly personal stuff. Started having like some IRL issues.
Oh.
Rather not
good.
get into it because it's fucking personal shit, but
Yeah.
it sucks.
Aw.
I realized my shirt is fucking dusty, dude. Yikes. It's all good though. Into business. What do we have today? This is the Blanket Podcast where we talk about literally anything and everything, but mainly just Osu.
Yeah, and speaking of Osu and anything, this is slightly unrelated to Osu, slightly
Sure.
more Twitch related.
Sure.
Certain Twitch streamer that you may know goes by a username of
Noggin?
2 words, 2 3-letter words repeated twice.
Boxbox?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about him? Yo, I'm down, dude. Boxbox is awesome, dude. I fucking
Yeah.
love him. Holy shit. So what's going on? You got questions? You want to just talk about him in general?
Albert is just a god.
No, all right. So he's actually super talented. All right, he's definitely like underranked, I would say. But like the thing, all right, me and Hypno have actually had private discussions because Hypno's like my coach, and like I'm like somewhat his boxbox's coach, right?
Oh yeah.
So like I was talking with Habib and we basically came to like the same exact conclusion. Like his aim is definitely like above average. He has the aim. The thing is, if he were to start working on just a couple of his other skill sets, mainly specifically reading, he could improve himself exponentially at an alarming rate through the roof, past the competition, and demolish everyone. It would be crazy. But the thing
Yeah.
is, all right, he's kind of like stuck up with farming PP, which obviously if he's having fun with it, I don't really give a shit. All right, as long as he's playing the game and having fun, that's what I believe is like the forefront. But if he's actually looking for like the most efficient way to improve, reading is 100% the way to go. I'm not sure if playing 2-star maps, which is what you're probably going to recommend, is the way to go. But
Well-
working on that is definitely going to be 100%. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. I think Albert's reading, his aim is like too far ahead of his other skills.
Yes.
And it's like it's baiting him into playing stuff that's a little past his, overall skill level. Like you think
Yeah.
like let's take the 3 fundamental like aim, tapping, reading,
Yeah.
and like his aim is like up here, and then like his streaming and reading are like down here.
Oh my god,
But
we're using
because
fingers as grabs, dude. Using the fucking like the little lines on your fingers as metrics.
Like because his aim is so far ahead, like he's baiting himself into playing stuff that's like actually he doesn't really play stuff like this, but like he's playing stuff here, even though his reading is like not high enough for his consistency.
Does anyone understand what this dude is talking about? But I kind of get what you're trying to say though, because the thing is, when you like push and aim, all right, the thing is like most star ratings are really judged by like the spacing of the jumps and the speed of the jumps, right? So as you get better and better aim, you kind of like believe that, oh, I can play 6-star maps and pass 6-star maps because I just passed a 6-star jump map, right? But the thing is, if you were to try literally anything fucking else, all right, even just like a couple of streams here and there, all right, a couple of triples, etc., and this is, we're specifically talking about boxbox's case, and we've seen this happen, all right? If he tries any other map and with any other skill sets, he completely falls apart, and that sucks. But he's an aim player. So
yeah, and I honestly, from watching his streams, he just seems like the embodiment of like the average Osu player of modern standards.
Literally, that's a fact, actual fucking fact. But the thing
not
is,
like not average as in like his capabilities are average, because I think he has a lot of potential, and you've noticed that as well.
Yeah,
but just like average as in like they sort of, I don't know, I almost compare it to like people say XQC is like the embodiment of the internet or like Twitch chat. Have you heard that before? Have you heard? Oh, it's kind of similar.
I guess
it's like boxbox is like almost the embodiment of like someone who's addicted to farming.
Yeah, dude, they're hooked on the PP, dude. All right, this is how Osu gets you. They're like, oh, welcome to the game. Play your first map. Oh, congratulations, you set a 1 PP score. You gained 60,000 ranks, and you're like,
oh yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Like when you start playing, you just gain like 1 trillion rings.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
Every score you set.
And you start thinking to yourself, oh wait, if I'm gaining this many ranks at this rate, if I just keep going, I'll be #1 in no time. And then they slowly realize as they climb higher and higher, the next score is just so much harder. And then they start getting into a wall, and then they get stopped by that wall, and then they're like, fuck, what do I do? And they're craving, they're hooked, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, Osu is a drug. Don't ever do Osu, dudes. Osu is fuck.
You can do Osu, just don't do the ranking system.
Sure, but like here's the thing, what's the point of playing Osu without the ranking system? I'm not gonna lie, I've heard people make the argument that like Osu would be so much better if you were to remove the PP system. Here's the thing, I hate that argument because that would kill the game overnight. No one would play this game without the ranking system. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah,
God damn.
A lot of people would just stop playing because I mean,
competitive ladder, at the very least, we need something like that, dude. All right, people like playing this game because of the leaderboards, because of being able to be like, oh shit, I passed this dude in rank, fuck that guy, I'm better, even though that may not objectively be the case. That's what people think, and it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's fun.
I mean Osu is a game literally about setting high scores, so obviously there's a competitive aspect.
100%.
But yeah, it's all good.
It's kind of like speedrunning, except I suck dick at speedrunning, so that's why I don't do it as much.
Yeah, speedrunning is fun too.
Background music too loud? Hold on a second, let me change it. We're gonna try something else. We're gonna try something nice, chill, relaxing, the vibes. Yes. Alright, this should be good. I'm not even sure if you guys can even hear the music, but that's okay. We're chilling, bros. But anyways. I want to get into more detail with boxbox. This is where I knew there was something else I wanted to talk about with him.
Okay.
But I haven't actually double checked this, but I've heard that boxbox's account is actually older than mine. He registered his account on Osu older than mine.
Yeah.
I haven't double checked that, but let's just assume that's true. All right.
Yeah, I think he joined. I'll just check.
Yeah, thank you. So here's the thing, all right? I've heard from many people, including yourself, that you were able to find this game because of influencers like boxbox or just other streamers in general, just playing this game in between their like league sessions, right? Apparently that's what boxbox used to do, and that's where so many players actually got into the game. It's insane. So now, like when boxbox was playing Osu and like everyone's watching him, I'm starting to get all these fucking messages like, holy shit, dude, this guy got me into Osu. And these people who are talking to me are literally like 3 digits, 4 digits, sometimes
Yeah.
even 2 digits. Top 100 players that got into the game because of that fucking dude. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Wait, but actually, I'm curious, since you don't play League, like, how do you know of boxbox?
But this was like around 1.5 years ago, I think so, something like that. So I was playing with my girlfriend at the time, and she was super in on League of Legends. I was like, you know what? I want to spend more time with her. Let me install League and check it out. All right.
Oh, okay.
It was actually pretty awesome until I realized, because this is just the type of gamer that I am. All right. When I play a game, I go hard. I go, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And then I realized, wait a second, if I'm gonna get in League of Legends, there's like 150 champions, fucking backstories.
There's
they just
a huge
released a
learning
new
curve.
one. Like, yeah, when I joined the game, like literally like 2 or 3 days afterwards, they released a new champion called Zoe or some shit. Apparently she's like busted. All right, I don't know if that's still the case, but like she's kind of cute.
Pretty good.
But she's like busted crazy. I was like, yo, if she just came out and I just joined the game, I should main her. How do I get her? You have to like pay money.
Oh yeah, so new champs are always the most expensive, like right when they come out.
So yeah, I learned that pretty quickly, and I was just like, all right, I'll just mess around with like with the free champions, have a go at them. That's when I started looking at other what's called League of Legends streamers. That's how I found out about Tyler One, and then I learned about his backstory with the whole reformed arc.
Wow.
That shit was awesome. I thought that was hilarious, and that's where I first started watching boxbox. You know, I was just looking through the League of Legends category. That's where I found him. So I watched him a little bit, but I didn't really watch him that much, right? Maybe just a couple minutes here and there, just to like see what the top level is like. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I've even tried watching like a little bit of competitive League of Legends just to see what it's like. But the thing is, it just never really like hooked on me. You know what I'm saying? It never really like. People like, oh shit, they just like secured the lane, pentakill, abilities, fucking trophies. I don't know what it is, dude.
There's a lot of like, there's like a knowledge base that you need to have to like be able to follow competitive.
And the thing is, like, with me being new to the game at the time, I only played like a handful of games. I couldn't understand what the fuck was going on, so I was like, all right, dude, this just isn't it. So I just closed the stream and headed out. So
I think that's fair.
But now that like I still kept playing League for a little bit. I mained Brand, and I thought Brand was awesome because he was kind of like the Osu character where you could like combo shit, all right, and higher combo gets the wins, right? So I was playing Brand. It was pretty awesome. I played bot lane and as like the support, kind of, if you can count him as a support. But that's basically my only experience with League of Legends.
That's really cool. And so, like, you never really followed boxbox, you just like, that's how you knew of him?
I'm pretty sure I followed him around that time. I just never really like watched his streams that much because he did other stuff outside of League of Legends too. He was doing like all these other like skits, and I thought it was fucking hilarious, dude. Just him as like a personality, I thought was super awesome. But I don't know. When the biggest problem that I have is that when I'm streaming, everyone else is streaming, so I never really get a chance to watch other people. So
I can only imagine, like, if you stream every day, like in a certain scheduled time, and like you have people that you like to watch, and they also stream at a scheduled time.
Exactly. Honestly, that's the biggest problem. My favorite streamer of all fucking time is Teja Types. All right, this dude is just amazing. He like feeds my addiction. It's great. But the thing is, I also have the same problem. Me and him almost never like. When I'm streaming, he's streaming. All right.
When you end, he ends.
Yeah. Kind of sucks. Yeah.
Dang, it's okay. I don't know. I stream random, so.
Hell yeah. I just bought stabilizers. All right. So boys. All right. I told you about keyboard build streams. They are coming soon. I swear on it. It's awesome, dude. So yeah, stabs are coming in. Duroc stabs, pretty awesome. You probably know nothing of it, but that's okay.
No. Now that I think about it, I think I've been following boxbox on Twitch since before I made my Osu account, like a month or two before.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like I started following him just around the time where Osu started getting popular among streamers.
Wait, this must have been around like 2012, 2013 era?
14.
2014? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you joined in 2014? You registered your account later than mine.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure I created my account in 2013.
Oh.
And you're better than me. What?
No? Wow.
You literally demolished me in NAT.
Who has a raise my sword FC?
Oh my fucking god. Who has a pass on da da da? Bitch ass.
Who? I don't know.
You fucking asshole. I can't. All right. Anyways, I digress. But I don't know. There's like a tangent that we could go on because I keep hearing about this thing how like, oh, people who joined around like the 2013 2014 eras, like the golden age of OC.
Yeah, I've heard that too. But
Yeah.
the only people who say that are people who joined in that era. So.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. They're like hating on all the fucking newcomers. They're like, ah, look at these PP farmers, so tarks, dick suckers, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like,
don't remember HVIC being rank 1. Oh,
dude, the fucking the three dudes at the top, Shige,
Yeah.
Rafis, and HVIC. All right,
HVIC.
all battling for number 1. People were saying those were like the golden days and shit. And I'm just like, all right, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I was around that era and I didn't really pay too much attention. So yeah. There's that.
So actually I think it's interesting because I think boxbox, was he ever like, I think 4-digit or like 10k or something, like in
Maybe
back in
back
2014.
then.
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to think that like having those, I guess, like fundamentals, or like having learned the game so long ago and then coming back to it, maybe helps him a little more than we might realize. I mean,
True.
because like having played the game a long time ago and then coming back to it now and trying to improve is a little different than like just getting into it now and being a new player.
Maybe that explains why he's just so fucking good at squares. I don't understand how he's so good at squares.
Oh
dude.
yeah,
He
because
is
like
insane.
that square jump practice, like that really popular practice map, has been
Yeah.
around like since way back when.
Wait, the square jump practice map? I sent that over to
Yeah.
him and he was like, oh, this is cool.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
Dang, but I don't know. I
Oh
don't
no,
know
he
what
just
to
likes
do. I
playing
mean,
squares. So I was like, all right, here's a bunch of battles.
yeah.
Hold on, we got some stats from Professional Box. He says boxbox was ranked 8,000 or so back around 2013 to 2014. That's
Okay,
insane.
yeah. That sounds right.
Of course, the player base was a lot smaller because 2013, 2014, around that era is when that's where Osu really started getting its player base. Well, started
Yeah.
rising in the player base count. So
Yeah. And oh, another thing is, I think like when you started spectating boxbox and like getting in calls with him recently.
yeah,
Wait, I have to pause this music. It's so distracting. Did it kind of become a sort of reality check of like what the sort of skill level is for certain ranked players?
yes. Okay, so like here's the thing. I don't really know much about like 6 digits, 5 digits. I have people coming into my chat all the time. They're like, yo, dude, I've been playing Osu for like 2 months now. I'm like
200K.
yeah, something around that range, like 2,000 PP or something like that. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sure you're doing great. I have no fucking clue, dude. I don't even know what my dude. All right, I literally didn't really care about my rank. I wasn't really aware about my rank or my PP until I got my first 200 PP play. Literally, that's when my friend messaged me, Momo HD. He's still around. He's like that's his name. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
E. That's just long,
Yeah.
big string of E's. All right, that's Momo HD. All right. He was telling me, he was like, yo, dude. All right, Win God Girl, FC, dude, you got a 200 PP play. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. What does that mean? And then he sent me like Dai Genome or whatever, and then what's it called Koiga Koro or whatever,
Yeah.
the Delis map, and then I set 2 more 200 PP plays. He's like, yo, you're crazy, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on?
Oh yeah, that similar thing happened to me when I met Boggles. He sent me some maps.
Boggles, that guy?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah. He's like the first person who I met. I was like rank 13k or something, and he started spectating me, and he was like, "Well, you're actually pretty good for your rank." And he sent
Oh
me some
yeah,
maps.
wait, I think you told me about the story before.
Yeah, he sent me some maps, and I like just like, I don't know, got like 99. I don't think I like would FC sight read, but he'd be like, "Wow, you can actually get like scores on these maps." And I was like, "Oh, maybe." Like I kept track of my rank increasing, but I never like kept track of what maps I was playing to optimize that. Like the maps I was playing and the rank I was gaining was like kind of separate from each other. Like I would play whatever maps I want. Like I wouldn't look for maps that wait, actually would I? Oh, crap. Maybe I would. But like when I first started, I wouldn't keep track of like the maps I was playing to optimize, you know, getting top plays.
I got you. So I guess in my similar situation, like the only ways when I started farming, like the I didn't know, like Tillerino wasn't really around or that relevant back then. So what I would do when I started farming was I would look at people around my rank range and look at their top plays and be like, ooh,
Oh, yeah.
it's free real estate, and I just yoink all their top plays. You know what I'm saying? That's how I started climbing up the ladder, and then I started realizing that people were playing double time, and I was like, wait a second, this is not right. So that's when I started using Tillerino, and I was like, exclamation point R, fucking no mod, and then boom, did all the way to 4-digit. That was me.
Let's go.
No mod.
Yeah, and,
no mod game.
and back when you got 4-digit,
Yeah,
being like maybe 2015.
somewhere around there. I wish I could see like an actual like, because the OSU profile only shows you like the last 3 months or so,
90
right? I wish
days,
I could
yeah.
actually see the entire climb of my rank, dude. That'd be awesome.
Oh, there's a website for it, but like it only updates the data when you go to that page yourself. So unless like someone else did it a long time ago, but I don't know. Yeah, like I can link. I can look it up.
It's one of those like Siren websites.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like what I started doing in 2017, I set that website to open every time I open my browser. So there would be like a data tick for like every single day. Yeah, your chat has linked it. So the oldest data point that you have, as soon as it opens for me.
Oh, it's what? 2014?
Oh wow.
I was ranked 16K in 2014. That's crazy.
But notice you had like 2000 PP.
Wait, 2000 PP? Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that right now is like, wait, I think your chat would probably know better than me.
Oh, shit.
Like, how much PP is 2.3k now? Yeah, 200k, I think.
I have no idea. 2K PP is 200K? That's insane.
Yeah. Like, think about it. When people say that, like, they just reached 200k rank, it's the same PP as when you were 10k.
That's insane! These guys are crazy! You guys are awesome.
Like,
hell yeah, dude.
PP is inflated, but the ranking system is also a bit inflated as well, so just keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's whatever though. Makes them feel better. They're like, oh shit, we're on the grind. Look at me, I'm improving faster than BTMC. Yo, I'm gonna beat you up. And I'm just like, all right, good luck with that.
And that actually brings me to like, that's an interesting point. There's a difference between like, I mean, obviously like a difference between increasing your rank and actually improving, but like I feel like you can get trapped, like increasing your rank by just playing farm maps.
Yep.
Because like you can get so far, and then like you realize that there's a difference between continuing to play to increase your rank and playing to improve and like balance out your skill set. And I think like laying down fundamentals is something that a lot of people skip over, and because like it's sort of like short-term versus long-term improvement. Like how much can you increase your rank now versus how long will you be able to increase your rank in 5 years if you focus on fundamentals now? So
yeah, the thing is like long-term improvement, playing for that is boring as fuck. So
yeah, I don't know, a lot of people don't really have the mindset for that. So yeah,
I guess it's also because like Osu, for like most people, all right, like because when you take a look at boxbox's stream, right, he only plays Osu mainly as like a side thing. Does League of Legends, then in between queues he plays Osu every now and then. All right, sometimes he does like the occasional stream where he's like, all right, the main stream is done, now we just grind Osu until 4 in the morning, and then it's all good.
and then he grinds until 4 in the morning, and then he checks the time and it's 11 in the morning. He's like, wait.
Right. So if it's something like that, that's cool. But like, most community welcomes him. It's awesome. I think it's super crazy when content creators, especially larger creators like him, take interest in the game. And in this case, he's actually like, you know, he seems pretty dedicated.
Yeah, he seems dedicated to get into the game, and that's something that I really respect. And I hope our community welcomes him. I mean, I think we are.
Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, doing a good job. And I don't know, I'm very curious to see, because like him being like such a high level player in League of Legends, and like sort of knowing what it takes to like maintain a high competitive level in a game. I'm curious to see if he tries taking the same approach to Osu.
Oh.
Like, kind of, I don't know. I think some people have like brought up like, oh, do you think boxbox would ever play Osu tournaments and stuff like that?
I think that'd be hype.
I think that'd be cool. I think he has the mentality for it, but I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Dude, I'll tell you something right now. All right, boxbox will literally bust out any means necessary. If he has like a goal, he will bust out all of his tools for it. All right, this man busted out like an entire spreadsheet, recording every single section of Airman, trying to like write down his like past chances for each section,
really?
trying to just to FC it. And I'm like,
oh my god, that's adorable.
yeah, because it's like basically worthless.
Well, for PP, well, there's a difference. Well, then we're getting into like how much rank will I get from this, and like how much pride will I get?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. But yeah, I've noticed that boxbox has like an insanely commendable amount of dedication to like if he sets his mind to something, it's just like nothing's gonna stop me.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie.
I feel the same way.
I had that same energy until I was like destroyed by it. I mean, there were some maps I still had that similar energy, and it's really hard to find maps that actually bring out that energy from myself, because the thing is, all right, Prelude from Bereavement was one of those scores. All right, I wanted that score so fucking badly. I finally got it. I was the first person to do so. I was the biggest flex of the century, and then yeah, it was. I thought it was awesome, and then I got sniped, and then everything came crumbling down. But it was awesome at the time. I don't know. It's hard to find maps like that, and I feel like with boxbox being new to the game, he has like so many different options. Like, oh, this map's cool. Let me do that. This map's cool.
Exploring the ocean of maps.
Oh yeah, dude. It's exciting, dude. It's exciting to be a new player.
Then there's a difference between like dedicating yourself to one map and like dedicating yourself to like a general goal. Like this stream where he was like dedicating himself to get 50k before he ended the stream. He was like, no matter what, he's gonna do it, and like, I don't know, he's crazy. I respect it so much.
Dude,
it's like,
dude, like the first what's it called, 2 hours, he got like 9,000 of the rank that he needed, and he only needed like 1,000 ranks or something like that, right? The last 1,000 ranks that he needed, or the last couple of PP, handful of PP, took him literally like an extra 5-6 hours, dude. And he's like, what's going on? And I was like, oh my god, dude. He's getting hit in the face, dude. He's getting smacked, the smack of reality.
Yeah, good times.
But yeah, that's what boxbox aside. How many players can you like name off the top of your head that you know have like gotten into host because of boxbox specifically? Because I know Apraxia is one of those people, and that blew my mind.
I can't think of any off the top of my head, but like, if I just like ask in like a Discord server, I'd probably find a few people.
Okay, it's whatever.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone.
I'm pretty sure Azrite was one of them. Yeah. Wait, Probox, really? Boxbox got you into Osu? What? That's crazy, dude.
The Boxbox is a god.
Dude, that's insane. Absolutely insane. Boxbox had a huge actual like influence on the player base of this game. Without him, we would not have so many of the legends we have today. And we're only talking about like the notable people, dude. Imagine how many like just casual players who are just playing the game, who are having fun with it, that came from this man, dude. When you think about that shit, it's like,
yeah, it's really interesting to realize, and it's something that I don't even know if he himself really knows, like how much of an impact he had on the OC community just by like exposing it to people.
Dude, I was even experiencing something similar because I've had like multiple viral videos of OSU videos that have blown up. And like I constantly see this message in my chat, and it doesn't really faze me as much, but when you think about it, there's like, hey dude, I got into OSU because of this game, you're like my biggest inspiration. And I'm like, yeah dude, that's awesome. And then like I don't really think much of it, but when you really think about it, you're like, wait a second, I started this man's journey literally within like the next like 4 or 5 years. I could see this guy and he could absolutely destroy me.
And White Cat.
True. We'll see about that. I'll have to do the deed first. But yeah.
You ruined someone else's life.
No!
Oh, it's over.
It's over. I take full responsibility. I don't give a shit. So yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully, I'm like, I know this meant that's a joke, but I hope people actually take enjoyment and actually have fun with the game. I feel like this game has so much to offer if you really like dig just even slightly under the surface, just the people within the community. People like to shit on this game, all right? If you look in specific areas of the game, yeah, there are absolute like shitheads. But if you take a look at the general, the general sense, all right, there's lots of cool people to meet. There's lots of cool people to talk to. Lots of amazing people in the community, and I think that's worth exploring.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely agree. And I don't know. I think any community has a few like toxic corners. Yeah. But, I mean, that goes with anything. But
I saw Peppy. All right, Peppy was responding. Peppy actually responds to tweets. If you actually add him, like he might respond to your tweet. All right, so like I have like tweet notifications from Peppy on because I like stalking him. So like he was just he was talking to this one dude. He was like, dude, your community is an absolute shithole. I fucking hate this game. You suck dick. And Peppy was like, are you talking about the toilet that is Reddit? And I was like, actually true. Dude, some people on Reddit are fucking idiots, but I love it.
Wow, Peppy's a god.
No, yeah, Indigo. All right, sorry. So this guy from chat is talking about a subreddit that's full of Peppy roasts, and I know exactly what that subreddit is called. It's called r/.
Peppy roasted him good.
Peppy roasted him good, and it's so fucking good, dude. If you just scroll through the top post of that of all time, you will have a absolute fucking laugh, dude. You will love it. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome,
dude. All right, I love Peppy. Peppy's like absolutely amazing. I've met him so many different times now, IRL. All right, every single time with him is a blast. I feel bad for his balding situation though. Dude, it reminds me of these like fucking YouTube ads that I see everywhere now for like this one hair product. I'm not gonna give them free advertising, but there's like, hey, everything's all about prevention. All right, we use an FDA approved thing. If you put it in, the prevention is key. And I'm not gonna name their ad because chat, no free advertisements. All right, stop. But yeah.
So I'm kind of curious, have you, because like I think giving advice, because I'm just thinking back to like you having been in calls with boxbox and giving him advice. I'm curious to know like what you've learned about like just giving advice to someone in general, because like I feel like a lot of top players tend to like you know, like a lower ranked player comes to them and asks for like some advice, and then like the player says whatever, like, oh, how do I get better at streams? Like, oh, I don't know, just like keep training stamina or like whatever. So like just keep playing more. And like you basically you never really see like the players, like, I don't know, like what actually happens, like what do they do with that advice. But exactly, like you like sticking with boxbox and like watching him improve and applying your tips and like seeing the results of that, like how has that made you think differently about giving advice?
The thing is, all right, so this is all comes down into like the beginning of like a coach in general, because the thing is, even if you're a top player at something, if you're not able to explain what you're doing and how you're able to do the things that you do, then it's pointless, right? Because most people who are good at something actually can't really explain how, they just do it. You know, it's just like second nature to them. So to really like quantify that or really describe that and actually give that information to something else really is really difficult. Like I've watched Koifish's like, yeah, exactly. So like Koifish's video of his like his Osu Fiverr coaching sessions really does paint that picture, because you start to realize that you do need to be able to explain it in a general sense that everyone can understand. You start to realize there are terms that they need to understand. There's a fucking study guide of like overall difficulty, approach rate, beats per minute, measures, music theory, spacing, etc, right? So like finding that sort of fundamental and like explaining that sort of stuff to another person is pretty difficult. But I'm thankful that like I've had my chat and like many people have gone to me for advice. I'm kind of like
a little experienced.
Exactly. I wouldn't call myself an OC coach. This is the first time of me actually like talking with the person, actually like trying to like help them step by step and have something catered specifically to their needs. I've never really done anything like that, and I'm hoping we can continue that as well. it's really awesome. It's an amazing feeling when like they're just telling me, when the boxbox is just telling me about some specific problem that he's having, and I can just be like, oh, just do this, and he does it, and it's like, oh, it's fixed.
Oh,
That's like the best feeling ever, dude, because you literally
that's really
know,
cool.
you literally know that you saved that dude like weeks of misery. Because
Yeah.
you would have to normally fix this stuff on your own. This is why we always tell people to just play more. If you just play more, you will figure it out eventually, assuming you're not brain dead. All right, you will figure it out sometime.
Is there like an example that you're thinking of where like he asked you a question and you just told him?
Tapping. He taps like a fucking jackhammer, literally. All right.
Yeah, I remember you pointed that out on his stream once.
Exactly. And I thought it was just his microphone. But I was like, yo, dude, are you seriously tapping that fucking hard? He was like, yeah. I'm telling him, like, yo, dude, this is why you're having hand problems. You're probably gripping your hand like a fucking giant pink dildo. It's not good for you. That's the reason why he's having hand issues and stuff, right?
But I remember him saying that like his tapping hand was never the issue, like because he only plays aim maps. It's his like pen hand.
His
that
aim
gets
hand is the one that
often.
really hurts, all right?
Yeah.
And the thing is, that actually boggles my mind because I've heard of with other top players, they've also have issues with their aim hand. I've heard of other top players who literally get RSI in their aim hand because they're just so tense, right? But this was the concept I was trying to explain to him, which is what I'm hoping really helped him and changed him as well. All right, he applied it a little bit and it seemed like it was working, so I was like, all right, he's good, right? But that sort of tip is just relaxing, because if you do this simple experiment right now, just try tensing up your hands and then try moving them. It's so much harder. You can't move them as fast, right? And then when you just relax them, it's like not an issue. Now imagine that in a situation with the game, right? You are tense. You're like, doing with like usu movements, right? And you're just like, you're restricting your movement. Of course, that's why you're playing like shit, dude. All right. What matters the most is being able to make those precise movements while being relaxed, so you have full control of every single aspect of the game. All right. Not limiting yourself using your own body, because you are your biggest limit. All right. That's it. But the thing is, that's easier said than done. All right. Being able to trust your hands, because the reason why you tense up is because you don't trust your hands. That's what I believe. All right. Because you're thinking, oh, I need to double check, I need to tense up to make sure that I get to that object and really stay on that object and click on it, right? But the thing is, if you like, yeah, you're not gonna have as much confidence if you were to just relax and just like go to it and just trust your hands and stuff. But you're setting yourself up for success in the future, because even though if you're tensed up and you manage to hit that object, all of a sudden, since you're so tense, you're going to be late into the next object. I suffer from this problem as well, but it's all about trusting your body.
Actually, what I do, and I think this is kind of related to what you're talking about, like making sure you get to the next object,
Right.
is like, because I hover mostly, but like if there's a certain pattern where I feel like I need to make sure my cursor is on an object, then I will drag that pattern instead of hovering.
That's crazy.
Like,
you're like-
instead of like tensing.
So you're like kind of like a hybrid style?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick, dude. I used to play hybrid.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah.
I heard boxbox had a new tablet recently. I haven't checked in with him in
yeah,
a
I
while.
heard.
So like now he's just like popping off or some shit, dude. I was having this entire segment at the beginning of my stream. I was talking with this dude in my chat. He was talking about like, oh, should I buy a mechanical keyboard? What are the best switches for OSU? What's the best tablet for OSU? I actually do need to do some experimentation, because like I used the CTH 480. I used to recommend the XP pen, but now they did like some sort of like firm, what's it called, hardware update under the cover that's like super sketchy. So now it's like not the same, and now it's not compatible with like Haku drivers or something like that. It's super weird, super weird. I don't know why they would do that. So like I honestly don't know what tablet to recommend anymore. People are telling me about the Galman S6 or 6, I forgot what it's called.
20.
Galman S620. Yeah. The thing is, all right, I should just swallow my pride. Here's the thing, dude. All right, I just think Galman is weird, because like I reviewed one of their tablets before. I gave them a fucking 3-star on Amazon, and they fucking called me at like 2 in the morning. All right, I was on stream with Chippy. All right, I was having to talk Chinese with this dude because they couldn't speak in English. They're like, please review 3-star review Amazon.com, and I'm like, no, get the fuck out. What?
Wait, what?
They're like, your review is hurting our sales. Please, all right, please. And they're like begging me. I'm just like, what?
Interesting.
All right, and then like and then like months later, I received emails from them. They're like, "Yo, dude, all right, we will pay you $20 to remove that fucking review." I'm just like, "No, what?
What the? I've never heard of anything like that.
How could you give them 3 stars? Because it deserves 3 stars. They advertise that as a fucking Osu tablet. Why would you use it for Osu when the pen is so goddamn massive?"
Well, actually, I don't know. So my tablet, I have the 470, I think. Wait, let me check. Yeah, CTL 470, and like this pen
That's
is,
average.
I think, a little thicker than.
Yeah, maybe on the thicker side.
It's a little thicker than the 480, I think, but I don't know. It just depends. And
Here's the thing.
I think, yeah.
The pens, this is the same exact pen. This is what I felt like the issue was with boxbox's aim as well, because his pen was absolutely massive. Huiyin, XP pen, what's it called, Gauman, even though they're separate companies, most of them use the same manufacturer, 100%. Their tablets are almost, a lot of their tablets are exactly the same. All right, a lot of their parts are exactly the same manufacturer, different brand. You have to understand that, right? So the pen that they're all using, all right, which is like, it's like a battery pen. You unscrew it, you put in the battery. It's like kind of heavy, but it's also super thick because it has to house that battery inside of it, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, that pen is like writing. Do you remember in like high school, those super fancy pens you would see in Walmart, or some like the fancy kid at school that like you press down from like the back side of it to get like different color pens?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
massive, dude. All right,
Yeah.
they're cool, but like they're ginormous. And if you were to write with that for any more than like, I don't know, 20 minutes, you're fucked. All right, your hand is
Yeah.
cramped. It's done.
It really depends on your pen grip as well.
Exactly, right? That's how
Yeah.
I imagine the pens that come with these dudes that are battery powered, right? You can get a separate, like on other like pen on other tablet models, they come with like this what's called either rechargeable pen, or it doesn't need any battery whatsoever. Ideally you will get the one with that doesn't require any battery, because they all use the same technology of like some kind of like magnetic system with the tablet or some shit. It's kind of weird.
Interesting.
Wacom uses its own proprietary system. I don't even know what Wacom does. All right, it's fucking crazy, but it's not the same like magnetic system. But with all the other pens, like you can literally just, you can use like this Huiyin non-battery like filled thing with your XP pen tablet, and it'll work fine, right? That's why I mentioned in my Gauman review of the S56K, the one that you could bend and shit, right? I recommend people, if you're actually going to buy this tablet, you need to get a separate pen, right? And
Oh, yeah.
that's one of the main reasons I felt like a 3-star review was fine, dude, because the pen really was a big issue. If you're going to market this as an Osu tablet with a pen that fucking thick, and you basically need to buy another product just to make it like work that like better, come on, dude, you know, right?
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking was the issue. I don't know, does anyone know what pen what's called boxbox got?
Yeah, and I think something I wanted to mention is, as far as like, because you were mentioning like best settings for like best mechanical keyboard, or like people ask like, oh, like what's the best like tablet, or like what's the best
peripherals
area
for the game.
Best tablet area is another common question.
Yeah.
And all of those things, the answer is like the best. It's whatever is best for you. Like there is a best, like there is a best, but it's like best for each individual person, if that makes sense.
Right. So like if you were to try to find that, the thing is you would really have to like as like a person who actually knows about like the market, like all the different peripherals you could buy, you have to in order to find the best product for them, you would really have to do a lot of digging into like how their playstyle is, what's their situation, like ergonomics, etc., what pen grip they use, etc., right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard.
Like for like best area, I think a big thing is like how do you hold your pen? Like how much flexibility does your pen grip give you? Like how big are your hands and fingers? Is actually a big thing, because that is like an I don't know, it's almost like an indicator of like how flexible your fingers are.
Right.
And I don't know, like your desk arrangement as well, like how far stretched is your tablet to you? And like I guess like how much do you tense up your fingers and like
It's
I don't
super
know.
complicated, but
It's very complicated.
ideally, like the thing is, you should be able to adapt. Like I always tell people, the best pen grip is the pen grip you use to write with. But the thing is, that's also like not really
Well,
true
I
because
think
you adapt your pen grip.
the best pen grip is the one that gives you the most stability and flexibility combined.
But wouldn't you say it's best to start off with your normal pen grip and then like expand and try out other things? Like maybe
Well,
move your
yeah,
thumb
I
a
mean,
little bit higher, move the pen
your-
down a little bit.
Yeah, like your normal pen grip that you use to write with should sort of be your default.
Right, because like I start
And-
off with this. This is my normal pen grip, and then I play
Okay.
Osu like this.
Yeah,
Same
you hold
finger
it higher.
movement, but like yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
and
So, yeah,
so yeah, and I think same thing with like best switches for Osu or like and stuff like that. It just comes down to like your tapping style and what feels comfortable for you. It's like there is like a best, but best is almost like as far as like peripherals go, it's almost the same as saying favorite. Like it's not really the best, it's just my favorite.
right.
Or like what works best for me. And so like asking for I don't know. It's almost like you know people try to copy like tablet areas and like
Yep.
get the same keyboard as another player.
Yep.
I almost think of it as like do people ever come in your chat and like just do like exclamation mark area exclamation
Yep.
mark
It's
keyboard,
not even
like,
accurate, dude. I haven't updated in like fucking 4 months, dude. I changed
Oh,
it.
really?
I use the same tablet area literally since like 2015 or something, and then like a year ago I just changed it because I was like, all right, bro, it's time to try something new. All right, I keep over aiming stuff. It's time to like switch to tablet area, and I rocked that new tablet area for like a month, and then I finally got used to it, and everything was all like all good and stuff. But
Oh,
yeah, my current exclamation point area isn't even accurate. It's like 101.6, and now I use 115 with
Oh,
force
what the-
proportions.
yeah. Actually, I think asking for best area is like asking like what's the best ice cream flavor.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
So
eventually, like, I'd like to like tackle this sort of conversation in like a YouTube video and really like go down and explain like why there isn't really sort of a best. But the thing is, I think what the best option is really going to be the option that works for the widest majority of people.
oh, like
you know?
the most sort of like one size fits all.
Exactly. So like the wide so availability is going to be a big factor, and what's called the usability, how many people it would be
Yeah.
able to cover, right?
Durability is a big thing, I think.
All right, so that's
Well,
why
we're talking about like best tablet.
if we were talking about best tablet, like
Like what were you talking about? Just like best peripheral in general.
I was thinking about switches
BTMC love
specifically.
to
So
everyone.
like
Oh, okay,
the best in general, I would say are Cherry MX Reds because you see them in almost every single fucking keyboard, right?
Yeah,
What's
they're
it
the
called?
most accessible.
Yeah, some biggest accessibility, and they're good enough for Osu. Many Osu players start off with them, then they start expanding and trying out different things, and that's how they like switch off of them, right? But it's a good starting ground. You can play with Cherry Max Reds and play at a high level. That's all, bottom line. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all you need. All right. I guess with tablet, I guess I'll have to try out the S620 and see like what's going on and like swallow my pride and be like, all right, Galman, I will swallow. I will try your shit out, etc. etc. But hopefully if that tablet actually like works out well. I heard it doesn't work with Haku drivers though. Is that true? Do you know anything about that? Haku drivers, S620, anyone?
All right, this question is for chat because
Chat, I need you all. Come through. S620. You guys probably
I've
know
had-
better than me. I don't use
I've
that
had the
tablet.
same tablet since I started playing. Actually, well, oh Ed, did you like when you got your first like Osu tablet? Did you ask your parents or did you just buy it?
Nah, dude, I was like, yo, bro, give me this fucking tablet. All right, so let me tell you the story how I received
Okay.
my CTH 480. All right.
Yeah, I'm curious.
This was by chance. Literally by chance. All right. The best tablet just happened to fall into my lap. And let me explain to you how.
Okay.
So, my friend who lives up the street, his name is Zach. Pretty awesome guy, all right? Those of you who have seen him in my chat will know him as Mr. That Kid 1313. Or Death Panda.
What?
Or, okay, he goes by like so many different names, all right? I don't even know what he's up to nowadays. But anyways, this dude majored in graphics design, art, that sort of, that whole spiel, right? and like he bought this tablet to help him with school, because he was trying to do like digital art. So that's when he bought this tablet right here.
That same exact one.
This is his tablet. This is his tablet. So he bought this, all right, and he was trying to use it, and he was like, ah, fuck, dude, I can't do it. And I was like talking with him, and I was like, yo, bro, if you're not gonna use this tablet, and I was thinking, I was like, yo, dude, don't like Osu players use like tablets, and they're like gods and shit? Maybe I should try this out, right? So I was like, yo, dude, I'll buy this tablet off of you.
Oh, so you bought it off him?
Yep. He was like, all right, $50 and it's yours. And I'm like, you know what? Counting dollars, counting pennies. I gave him like 2 20s and 10. And I was like, all right, bro, this is it. So I bought the tablet off of him. I plugged it in. I used it. I was like, all right, this is so crazy. I finally have a tablet. I'm going to be the best in the world. I plugged it in, and I was dog shit. I was playing literally worse than I've ever played in my entire fucking life. I was like, this is a fucking scam. I was lied to. I don't know what's going on. I'm so fucking bad. I'm like, all right, dude. After playing with it for like 10, 20 minutes, I'm like, all right, dude, this is literally terrible. I can't use this. All right. So I unplugged the tablet, went back to my mouse. The only problem is I played with my mouse for like 2 fucking hours, and I couldn't play. I couldn't play anymore. I was done. Like I just couldn't aim. All right, I just wasn't hitting the jumps anymore. Everything that I learned from Osu was ruined in the like 10, 20 minutes of me playing with tablet. I'm like, I can't believe this. I fucked myself.
Oh.
All right, it's like my muscle memory was like fucked or some shit. I don't even know what was going on. So I was like, oh no, I can't play with my mouse. All right, I was playing for like an hour or two. I was like, what's going on? I don't even know what's going on. So now I'm thinking about it. I was like, all right, dude. All right, I spent $50 on this tablet. Fucking 14-year-old, 15-year-old BTMC back in that day. $50 is a lot of goddamn money. All right.
Yeah.
I could buy so many fucking cheeseburgers from McDonald's. All right. That's when they still had the fucking dollar menu. All right. And McDonald's was like luxury to me back in the day. It was so fucking good. But anyways, all right, I digress. I spent that much goddamn money on this tablet. There's no way I'm going to be able to get rid of this anytime soon and get my money back. I'm like, all right, bro, I bought this shit for this game. I'm going to use this shit for this game, and I'm going to get my fucking money's worth. All right, so I played with it for literally 2 goddamn weeks. All right, I sucked it up. I was like, all right, dude, I'll just play with it. Fuck it. And then eventually, after like 2 or so weeks, I finally got like my original skill back, and that's when I started climbing.
Oh,
but I hated that shit, dude. That was so stressful. I felt lied to. I was like, oh my god, tablets will make you better. Holy fuck, this is it. And then I finally got it. I'm like, I was lied to. What happened?
Oh no.
So yeah, that's why I've been like trying to fight against the idea of people saying, oh, tablets make you better, or oh, buy a tablet if you want to play Osu. I'm like, no, don't do it.
But like, I think the thing is that like when you use a computer, everyone is used to moving a mouse, but like a lot of people aren't used to moving a tablet pen.
What pisses me off the most is that like when you buy a tablet, unless you're like within like the whole art community, like drawing sort of shit, right? A tablet is worthless to you. It's kind of like
true.
It's kind of like buying a control, like what's it called, one of those like sound Voltex things. All right, outside, oh, there it is. Outside playing sound Voltex, that thing is useless. Maybe like a giant like foot pedestal or some shit. I don't know. All right, this thing is useless. All right. Outside of the functionality, this applied to me with this tablet. I spent $50 just for this game. All right, and if I don't use it, this is $50 wasted, gone. I'm never going to get that shit back unless I actually get into like art and shit, right? But with everything else, literally everything else, all right, if you get a monitor, high refresh rate monitor, dude, you do use that for more than just Osu. It makes general desktop browsing so much smoother and enjoyable. Any FPS games, all right, any games that you play, the higher refresh rate, you can enjoy that, right? Same thing with the mechanical keyboard. It's more than just Osu. You can use it for just general typing, writing up documents. If you're doing school and you're writing essays and you're actually one of those weirdos who actually do your homework, dude, this shit is awesome. All right, you can enjoy it outside of Osu. With this, all right, this is the first thing that you think about when you're upgrading your peripherals, dude. And this thing, if it doesn't work out for you, this is money wasted, bro. Literally wasted. All right, you can invest in literally anything else, dude. All right, fucking monitor, a keyboard, headphones. All right, I don't fucking know, dude. Literally anything else. All right, and then indirectly, yeah, it does help you in Osu, but it also makes everything else better. But with the tablet, it's just like kind of taking a chance.
Yeah.
BTMC high.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I agree, and there's people who say like like, oh, I'm considering getting a tablet, I think like, would you recommend like it's worth like getting like a cheap one to try?
If you have the money for it, 100% guaranteed. All right. The thing is, like, I really enjoy the fact that Osu is a free to play game, free to play, free to win, right? So like when I see people thinking that they need to buy a tablet to be good at the game, that makes me think of all of a sudden Osu, you pay $20 to get into the game, right? Because that's like the cheapest tablet or whatever, right? If you have the money to spare, 100%, I implore you to try out a tablet if you enjoy playing the game, because it's the same thing as using that controller to play Sound Voltex instead of your keyboard. It makes the experience, in my opinion, more fun. You may prefer to play Sound Voltex with control with a keyboard. That's all you, dude. If you have the money to spend, then by all means, I highly suggest that you try using a tablet. But the thing is,
it makes the gameplay a bit more engaging. I feel
exactly. And it's also knowing that you have something specifically just for the game, knowing that it's part of your setup. Like, all right, let's play Osu. Bust out the tablet. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It gives you a sense of exclusivity. It makes it more fun. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, most people who play this game play it because it's free. And I don't want them to think that there's a paywall in order to get good at this game. Whatever peripherals you have at your moment, you can push it to the extremes and really and get far in this game. You don't need better peripherals. Of course, if you can afford the better peripherals, I highly recommend it. All right, highly recommend you at least try out the tablet. Highly recommend you invest in a better keyboard, better monitor, stuff like that. But the thing is, most of the people who play this game are youngsters. They're like fucking 14 years old, 13 years old, fucking what's it called, allowance from parents, summer jobs from mowing lawns, grandma's birthday card, all right, with like 20 bucks inside, all right, that type of money. And when they spend that money on a tablet and they have a similar experience like me where it's fucking useless, that sucks. And I don't want them to go through that.
Yeah,
but that's just my opinion. I'm on a ramble. TLDR, if you can afford it, 100%, go for it.
Yeah,
I never had an allowance either. I got my money for fucking working and shit.
When I got my tablet, like a few months before I discovered you could use a tablet for Osu, I was like, I don't know, I was also pretty young, and I was like checking out like drawing stuff, and I was like, oh, drawing sounds like fun. So I had like thought about getting a tablet for drawing, like in the past. Like I never really drew, like I still don't really, but like I had thought about it, and so like I think I had brought it up to my parents, like, oh, tablet for drawing, but then it never happened. And then it never happened, and so once I discovered that you can play Osu with a tablet, I was like, oh wow, I was wanting to get one of those anyway, so this seems like the perfect reason to get one. And so there is this page on the Osu wiki of like there were some tablet recommendations, and like I just grabbed like there was a list of like 3, and I just used the first one.
I'm sorry for butting in, but like I know like in the Osu store, like around, I forgot how long ago, but they had like an Osu, they did like a collaboration with Huiyin to make like a branded Osu tablet using the H420.
I think boxbox used to use that.
I've been trying to find one just because I think the novelty is fucking awesome, dude. All right, I see that as a collector's item, so if anyone has one, hit me up in DMs. I'm trying to buy.
Wait, they don't exist anymore?
They don't sell those anymore.
What?
They're gone, dude.
Shoot.
They're fucking gone. But anyways, right? So like the H420, they sell their own tablet. It's like super cool. It's like, oh, Osu recommends this tablet, but it sucks dick. I'm sorry, bro. It sucks. So that's the fact.
I think Toy uses that tablet.
Yeah, and I feel bad for him.
Well, the thing that he says is that like I don't know, like the best tablet is just anything that actually functions.
Yes, but there are limitations with it compared to other things, because the H420 is literally a slab, which meaning like you can't rest your. Do you see at the bottom of the Wacom tablet, it is slanted at the end, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
When you put your hand against that, it doesn't hurt.
Part to rest. Yeah.
Now the thing is, the side of the Huiyin tablet is this sharp corner, right?
Oh,
So if
yeah.
you were to put your wrist right here, you're literally going to hurt yourself over time. All right, the bottom of your wrist is going to get bruised. So the ergonomics of it is not that good. The pen is ginormous, which if you have bigger hands, it wouldn't be too big of an issue. But for most general people, it's not going to be that good. The latency on it, in my opinion, is a lot worse. Yes, a lot worse than compared to other tablets. It's just overall, all right. The H420 is not a good option compared to the other competition. Maybe during the time it was like one of the only options out there, which I can understand that. But nowadays, with like
technology has evolved.
Exactly. And I see boxbox playing with H420. I'm like, no.
Oh, is that what the tablet he uses? I was just about to mention, like, because sometimes boxbox, like, during his like 10-11 hour sessions, like he would like, because like he aims like this, and like sometimes he would put his arm up and you just see this massive red line
dot?
like right here and like right here. It's so funny.
Dude, it's funny and sad, dude.
Yeah, I
feel
don't
bad
know.
for him, but yeah,
it's all good. Boxbox.
it's all good. It's all, of course, whatever you have, 100% work with it. But I'm saying, if you have the money to afford something better, by all means. I don't think that's like, I'm not here to argue about your finances, dude. You do whatever the fuck you want with your money. But I'm just saying, if you're broke as shit, don't buy a goddamn tablet.
Yeah,
just have fun with what you have.
You could like if you're one of those people who has like a nearby friend who plays Osu with a tablet, you could try it.
Yes.
And
yes.
Yeah, like if you have free access to like a tablet from like a friend or something, and you're considering getting a tablet, definitely do that before you buy one yourself. I think it's the best thing.
For me personally, like, I'm not sure if Amazon's return policy is the same, but I know what they used to do is that they used to accept any returns within 30 days, no questions asked, guaranteed. I'm not sure if they still do that. I'll have to check with that, but I use that as an excuse to sometimes try products. And then sometimes I did that using a I bought like 3 different wrist braces, and I sent 2 of them back after I tried them all out. So I used to have this wrist brace, and like one of them was like this copper infused fucking like compressed wrist brace. Another one was this like other thing. One was too small. One I felt like wasn't as efficient as the other, and I just kept one. So yeah, I think that's awesome.
And also talking about like the whole like putting your wrist on the like corner of the tablet.
Yeah.
There's these people that like they put a little hand cloth on like that on the corner. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's probably something you should recommend to boxbox, because that might actually help him a lot.
I haven't checked in with him in a while, so I heard he got a new tablet. I need to check out what tablet that is and see what's going on. I've made my own modifications to my own tablet. This thing at the bottom right here is a silicone tablet that I put another silicone tablet underneath my keyboard and off to the side, so I can put the tablet silicone to silicone and it sticks together and shit. So like I've done my own modifications to help things out. Some people just tape their fucking tablet. Some people put their tablet underneath their mouse pad. People have come up with creative solutions, right?
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to see a company come out with something. Ideally, I'd like to create it myself, but I don't know how to do business. I was talking with with some people to try to get that started, but that never really went down.
Yeah, I have this thing like my keyboard, like sometimes if you watch my hand cam, sometimes I like adjust my keyboard or my tablet gets pushed forward because I'm like playing like this, and like over time my tablet pushes forward a little bit, and then like I have to pull it back.
Yes, exactly. I hate it when that happens.
I don't use like tape or anything. My old desk never had that problem, but like ever since I moved, like I have a new desk. Yeah.
Very interesting. Ideally, I'd like to honestly get in contact with Wacom and see if I can actually like buy like 100,000 of these fucking tablets and then like set them up as my own vendor with like the custom branded BTMC, the BT480. Boom.
Yo, the 480 is taken by Wacom.
Fuck.
The BT690.
Oh my god. I don't know, dude. I'll have to figure out, because like the thing is, creating your own tablet just isn't feasible. You have to use something that's existing. That's why you see like if you look on if you look at the wide selection of tablets that XP Pen and Huion has, sometimes even a Galman, you'll see that there's some tablets that look exactly alike, and it's because it's all from the same manufacturer. 100%.
The 690 is also
The BT 727. Oh my god.
Oh. We found it.
That.
That's the one.
So yeah, those are just some ideas. All right, I still have like this interest, this like sort of thing to look into business, and I would like to create a tablet, but I don't know. I don't even know where to get started, dude. I feel like I need more clout to be like, all right, I'm this huge creator, Wacom. Pay attention to me, please. All right, I have a proposal.
Oh.
I've known of other creators trying to reach out to like Galman and Exhibition to try to get something like that working, but it's just not the same. It's like weird. To be honest, like all Wacom, XP Pen, all they are doing, like they're just like a middleman, and like what they're actually doing is talking with the manufacturer. All the manufacturer has to do is just pump out the fucking tablets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The factory, they pump out the tablets. They do the branding and stuff. Then they ship all the stuff to the vendor, and then the vendor, that's when they do all the marketing and shit. Saying like, oh, happy stick. Look at the gameplay. You see those cringe things? All right,
let's go.
They have their own like cringe marketing tactics, whatever that gets sales. You know what I'm saying? If I can just get directly in contact with whatever manufacturer creates these tablets, I could probably get something done. But the thing is, I want something new and exclusive. I want something that caters directly towards an OSU tablet. I've brainstormed with Jolene Tokaku of so many different features that would make an ideal, like perfect OSU specific tablet. But the thing is, there's just so many risks involved, you know?
Wait, wasn't there? Didn't Jolene make a tweet of like a little drawing of like a tablet with a Z and X next to it? Was this a part of your brainstorming?
I believe. All right. I believe. I'm not sure how long ago, but that might have been the reason why I even reached out to Jolene.
Oh, okay.
We were like business partners. We had our own Discord server. We were discussing stuff and shit. It was like crazy. TKK x BTMC tablet, bruh.
Yo, what is TKK?
Tokaku.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, anyways, to go into detail on like the whole business side of it, because the thing is, if you want to create something brand new, you have to understand that it requires a lot of money as like a sort of down payment, because you need, if you're creating something new, you need like the machine to be able to produce it. All right, you might be you can cut costs down by reusing existing machinery for like, I don't know, pen nibs, things like that. But if you're creating like an entirely new form factor and stuff, that's extremely difficult. Sometimes we're talking like tens of thousands of dollars. That's like an upfront investment. Not to mention like hiring an engineer to get it like a PCP design, what technologies used for the actual like tracking between the pen and the surface of the tablet. I got in contact with Haku, and Haku was online. He says, oh, if you actually manage to do something, dude, I'm down to like try to custom code something for the tablet, right? So things are looking up, but we just couldn't get over like one of the biggest risks is that the whole like copyright thing with OSU. Because if OSU dies, this entire business is down. And I'm not sure if I'm really willing to risk like fucking going into debt, taking out a business loan for like $30,000, and then know that like sometime in the future, if OSU gets DMCA'd, then I lose all my money and I'm bankrupt.
True.
Of course, I could do like one of those like Kickstarter fundraisers, but then like if this entire spiel goes down, then that's a huge PR nightmare. Like, all right, I promised something, but now it's worthless.
Too hard. I don't know. I feel like with anything, any like sort of like big innovation, there's a lot of risks.
100%.
That you just have to like, I don't know, I guess just decide if it's really worth committing to.
Yep, the
like
commitment.
Taking those risks, because like, I don't know, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But that's the business realm, and honestly, you can't really like. In the business realm, it's all about taking risks. All right, if you don't take any risks in general, then you're not going to go anywhere. All right, no one really makes it big by taking 0 risks. All right, some people maybe. All right, but the general sense is that like if you want to become successful, you need to try something new. and trying something new is always a risk. But I've always found it like, all right, instead of taking a risk with this, I think it's better to just instead just take the risk of continuing my Twitch channel, streaming more Osu, uploading YouTube videos eventually. I swear it's gonna happen. I swear, Habib.
And well, he says it and then he just dips. Classic.
But yeah, that's I see that as a more worthy and safer investment that can, you know, not die as soon. So yeah, what is stuff we got to talk about? This stuff is spicy, dude. I like it.
What stuff?
Just the conversations in general, dude. It's awesome.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, have we talked about Merami's shit lately? Did we talk about it in the last podcast?
Yeah, we talked about it because like while the podcast was happening, he did his Ascension to Heaven score. You remember that?
Oh,
like we reacted, like earlier in the podcast we were saying like, wow, we tend to learn about scores through Twitch chat, and then Twitch chat comes and it's like Merami Ascension to Heaven, and we're like, oh, there it is.
Yep, there it is. The funniest part about it is because like I thought chat was like joking, you know what I'm saying? I was like, people are like, oh shit, Merami Ascension to Heaven DT, and I'm like, dude, you're fucking funny. It's funny because I literally said this, all right? Because it's Merami, I could actually believe that, but there's no fucking way. And then I checked the leaderboards and I'm like, god damn, dude. It's moments like that when you realize, wait a second, the impossible became possible.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Ascension to Heaven, double time. I don't give a fuck that it was the old version. All right, people are probably like, oh, it's not the Christ version. No one gives a shit. It's shit.
What? Oh, can I ask? So, what do you think about like, what is the when it comes to like training streaming or like streaming speed? What is the, or like what are some core elements to it? Because there's like, obviously like physical stamina, and then there's also like, I guess, technique, like refining your like tapping style to be as efficient as possible. Like, what do you think is the sort of ratio of like how important those two things are? Like, what goes into tapping quickly or tapping faster, do you think? Is it more physical stamina?
I would say 5% physical, 95% technique.
Yeah,
because like objectively speaking, yes, my left arm, because I've been playing Osu and I'm mainly like a stream player, right? My left arm is literally bigger than my right arm. You can literally look at that, dude.
Oh, what the heck?
All right, my left arm is literally bigger. Like I got the guns, you know what I'm saying? Right? Osu changes you physically. All right, Idki, I swear to fucking god, if you check, it'll be the same exact thing for you, dude. I swear on it, dude. But oh shit, Nathan, what's up, dude? But your body will literally change physically over time to compensate for the game. All right, your hands will get stronger, your fingers will get stronger, because if I were to play Osu the same maps that I can do like today, if I were to play middle and index finger, all right, I normally play ring index finger, right? But if I were to play middle and index finger, if I'm playing those long stream maps, my middle finger hurts. This area right here literally hurts, you know what I'm saying? All right, and I don't feel anything on my index finger, but my middle finger hurts. I'm just like, what the fuck do I do, right? Because it's just not used to the strain. I'm not trying to flick off everyone, right? I'm not like, my middle finger just isn't used to the strain. So yes, there is like a physical element to it, but that is developed over time. Literally all streaming is technique, because the biggest way to gain stamina is reducing the amount of
strain,
force and strain for every single key press. Right? If you can... I
think there's some physical stamina to it, but it is largely your tapping technique and refining that.
Right, precisely. Because the thing is, like, ideally you'll never need to tense up. When you tense up, subjectively it makes you slower. The thing that makes you go faster maybe is just the vibration. Sometimes maybe like gets you ahead or something like that. I don't know. But... and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still like learning this stuff, because I just recently figured out that when I stream 220 BPM, it's literally like 7 keys per second on each finger. And I'm like, no fucking way, I'm that fast? Bruh. Like if I were to think to myself, like I was tapping a key 7 fucking times a second, I'm like, what? Maybe I am crazy. But yeah. Right. It's all
Bye.
about
Have a
refinement.
good
It's all
day.
about being more efficient. That's why I
Feels okay,
constantly
man.
preach about finger control. That's why I That's a big dono. Thank you so much. All right, Neko Kurisu, thank you, brother. I'm sorry for taking this pause. Thank you,
No,
brother.
you're good.
50 bomb. Thank you, dude.
Oh.
Amazing.
You could buy a tablet with that.
Dude, that paid for my CTH for any from literally like
Yo,
many years ago.
Meta donation.
I paid $50 for this thing, dude. All right. Hey, thanks, bro. but it's all about being more efficient. All right, because there's so many different ways to tap the game. All right, some people do this like fucking. Some people play like this. All right, ZX is right here. Some people play like this. All right, some people play like this. Some people
some
play.
people like lift their wrist.
Yeah, some people have some. All right, so like usually like your wrist will be laying on the desk and you're playing like this. Sometimes it's like this. Sometimes people will have their pinky up into the air as they're playing. Sometimes people will like Bubble Man when they put. Bubble Man plays the same play style as me, ring index finger, right?
Yeah.
But when Bubble Man plays, his middle finger is straight as he's tapping. My middle finger is curved like this while I'm tapping.
Oh,
You know,
really?
there's so
I
many
didn't know
different
that.
ways of tapping. It's fucking weird, dude. It's all about experimentation, what works for you, what's comfortable, etc., etc. Because if I were to try the bubble man technique, I cannot fucking understand, dude. I cannot do this, dude. This makes no fucking like I am. It's so weird, dude. I don't know how he does it, dude. I don't get it.
Tapping lightly is OP. Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, if you look at Karthi, he uses flat fingers. Same with Moe Yandere, because tapping lightly is OP. 8 key speaks the truth. All right, tapping lightly conserves stamina. All right.
Yeah.
Building stamina physically is so much harder because you got tendons, not muscles. All right, it's not the same where you can tear the muscles and build them stronger, and then over like a couple months, you got fucking big ass guns, 6-pack fucking calves that are literally about to crush people, thighs that can literally like split melons, dude. It's not the same, dude. There's a reason when you like lift weights and shit, no matter what, your wrist size is probably going to stay roughly the same. All right, that the stuff in your wrist, the stuff in your hands doesn't really change that much. Maybe over many years you'll get stronger physically.
Could you imagine? Like finger muscles.
And think about it this way. This is like the best argument against that sort of like physical, like you need better physical stuff, because most of the fastest players in the game are youngsters. Fucking 15, 14 years old, 16 years old, Vaxay, all right? These guys are underdeveloped physically, all right? But they're the fastest fucking dudes. The fuck? If it was literally a physical thing, wouldn't you think that Mazrin would be the fastest dude in the world? Mazrin is ripped. Whole Wheat Pete. Imagine if Whole Wheat Pete was a top 50 player who could stream 300 BPM. He's got the guns, dude. The fuck?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people like asking for, I guess, like stamina tips and stuff.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like, especially if I'm able to watch like a live play of theirs or something, and I notice that they tap like very inefficiently.
Yep.
That's probably like one of the biggest things that anyone can work on, is like look at your own hands when you stream and just notice like what are you doing that's like unnecessary. Like what movement can you refine?
Yep. Unnecessary movements, unnecessary tension. All right. Because the thing is, when I'm depth streaming, the biggest thing that I'm fighting against is tensing my hand. All right. It's trying to maintain speed without tensing your hand. And that is extremely difficult. This is something that you have to think about in your mind and like try to like sort out. This is why sometimes I do like a motion with my fucking wrist, with my shoulder. People, when I'm streaming, sometimes I'll be doing like stuff like this. It's fucking weird, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude. I've done a lot of experimentation. I've just like stuck with what works. There are some people who do the Zielto method where instead of like tapping like this, it is more ergonomically sound for you to tap like this. That's why people lift their wrist, because this is like perfect ergonomics. All right.
Yeah.
I tap like this, which isn't as good, but yeah.
I've seen some people tap like they kind of go like this, or like they bob their wrist up and down. Oh.
That's fat as fuck, dude. That's juicy. All right. Thank you so much, man.
$50 of subs.
Hell fuck yeah, dude. This guy has money in the bank, dude. This guy could probably buy like a 240 hertz monitor, mechanical keyboard, a tablet, but it probably won't take you too far in the game, because at that point you're just like, you're not peripheral cap, dude. You're fucking skill cap. Oh yeah.
lifting your wrist frees up finger movement. Yeah.
Exactly, Idkey, exactly. But the thing is, I feel like that's also one of the most dangerous things to do, because if you're not smart with, this is perfect. All right, this is perfect if you're typing like this. This is going to kill your wrist. This is literally going to damage your wrist.
Don't do
this. If you tap like this, you are fucked. All right, this is one of the fastest ways to kill your wrist. It's so dangerous.
Yeah, like you're better off just like leaving your wrist.
Yeah,
on
it's
your
much
desk.
it's a much safer option to just tap like this than just do this.
Yeah.
If you're doing this, you are fucked.
And I remember trying this thing like, it's like, you know, like your keyboard is a little elevated.
Yeah.
For me, so like if you rest your hand here, like you kind of have to curl your hand upwards, right? But what if you had like a little box right here, and
A
so
wrist
like
rest?
yeah, kind of, but like it elevates your wrist so that your wrist isn't in the air, like it's on something, but then it keeps your
Here's the thing.
like, keeps it leveled. I tried it and it didn't work as well as I thought it would.
The thing is, like, when you're playing the game, you have a natural motion to do this. This is a natural motion when you're playing the game, right? And the thing is, it's not the fact that your wrist is right here. The fact is your motion is pressing down against the surface of whatever object is, whether it's a wrist rest, whether it's your desk, whatever it is. That's what's preventing you. The biggest thing that will free that is when you stop this motion of pressing downwards, right? Instead, if you manage to keep this relaxed, it frees up. It's less tension on your wrist. Instead of having this like all like tensed up and your finger locking, all right, now it's one less thing that's tensed up. Now instead of me having my fingers all free and fast, I'm still tensing in this area, but by releasing that tension and having it just hover, you have so much more control. You have so much more speed. But it's just so much harder to control. When you don't have that tension there, it's so much harder to control that. And that's why people still tense to a certain extent. Ideally, everyone plays like all relaxed, hover, Ziltol method, whatever, dude. Because it's common in Mania players to play with their wrists like hovering. The Mania players, top Mania players don't play like this. They all do that sort of hovering method.
Yeah, that's true.
Taiko players too, dude.
Yeah, the thing with those game modes is that it's all tapping. You don't have to coordinate your hands to be doing different things.
Exactly.
I mean, like, you do, because obviously you're tapping differently, but, I mean, you know.
Well,
you know
like,
what I mean.
the chord, if you understand that once you realize, this goes above, because, like, when you're learning the game, what you're trying to do is sync your hands together. All right, this is when you're first learning the game. You want to be able to have your hands work together to full combo maps to you know, to perform well. But when you get to a high enough level, you need to break that, because having one hand rely on the other slows you down.
It can mess you up. It can mess you up, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm struggling with that right now. I'm trying to separate my hands to have them each do its own thing, right? So like no matter what, I'm alternating this. I'm streaming the same BPM no matter where my cursor position is, because I have this habit. This is how I like do space streams, especially when I practice it. If I start if I start under streaming, like if I know that my hand is not going fast enough, I will slow my aim down. So like my aim is dependent on my tapping, right? That's why I don't usually note lock as much as other players. With Fire Rage, as soon as he misses a note, he's gone. He's dead. He's fucked. All right. But with me, I'm able to slow down my cursor. I miss like a couple of objects, but I like speed back up once I get back on track. And then that's how I'm able to continue going.
Yeah. Getting back on streams, it's really hard.
But that also means I have a dependency with my hands, and it's so hard to like split that dependency. So I'm instead of like slowing down, I just continue streaming the same BPM. It doesn't matter what my aim hand is doing, to just continue tapping at the right times, to have one hand specifically for one job, which is tapping, and the other hand specifically for aiming, no matter what.
And I've noticed that, like, because you know how Cookiezi like curls his pinky super hard.
He's like fucking
Actually, maybe I should bring this up, but just like a side note, I've actually asked Cookiezi once before, like, why does he curl his pinky? And it's just because, like, when you play with ZX, your ring finger is actually hovering over the Windows key, like, if you notice. And so basically he curls his pinky so that his ring finger doesn't accidentally hit. Like it's not for stamina. It's not for anything. It's just so his ring finger doesn't hit the key.
What the fuck? That's insane, bro. That was one of the main reasons when I bought my first mechanical keyboard, which was the CM Storm Quickfire TK. You could disable the Windows key.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I was like, all right, dude. That's why that was one of the key gaming features, because I hate, dude, pressing the Windows key mid game is every single gamer, every single gaming veteran knows of it. All right, everyone has had that fucking issue happen before, dude.
Yeah, I mean, personally, like my ring finger like kind of stretches out rather than like curls down, so it never presses the key.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I actually, maybe it does. I don't know. But I don't know. I just thought that would be interesting to bring up. But like, I've tried curling my pinky before, and I've noticed that when I curl my pinky when I tap, it actually creates more like independence between my hands.
Really?
Like my aim hand and tapping tapping hand feel way more independent when I curl my pinky.
That's
but
interesting.
my finger control is so much worse because like actually on my right hand, like I have like no finger independence between these two. Like my middle and ring finger are like, I don't know, very very tensely connected on my right hand. Compared to my left hand, it's a lot looser.
Interesting. Very interesting.
So like when I do this, it's like my pinky curling is like kind of bringing my ring finger with it, and then my ring finger staying up is bringing my middle finger with it. So my finger,
exactly.
Like, I can't stream like this. Like it doesn't work for me on my right hand. On my left hand, it's fine because my control is a lot better in my left hand. Well, I'm left-handed, so I'm left-handed.
Dude, there's so many left-handed top players, bro. That's insane. You, White Cat, fucking. All right, who else?
Yeah,
No, I swear, dude. I hear this all the time. All right, so
Yeah.
here's the deal. All right, we should probably start wrapping things up. I'm going to go use the bathroom. Let's start taking questions from chat. All right.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like every podcast Ed goes to the bathroom. Something else I wanted to mention is that like regarding like tensing hands, I feel like sometimes when I stream, I like sort of tense up. Like I don't tense up most of my hand, but like there's this part like right here that like I think when I tense up this part, it like gives me a bit more stamina or like speed or like duration. Like duration and stamina is almost the same thing. Do you think Ed will ever reach number 1? How he's aiming to do? I think anyone can reach rank 1. They just have to improve the right way. Hey guys, I'm uploading my NAT VOD against Ed on my YouTube channel later today. Let's go. Free advertisement. I'm also uploading this podcast. The podcasts always get uploaded to my my YouTube channel. Yep. Hashtag ad. Well, after the match, I was like, all right, Ed, let's race to see who will upload this VOD first. Oh, where does my Twitter username come from? My Twitter username, basically it's just button mash, and it's the same as my Reddit username. I took inspiration from boxbox because like I was trying to find a username that like I had never really used before, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a new username for Reddit so that people don't recognize me on Osu Game. And I mean, this is before anyone even like knew who I was, but basically I just took my fingers on the keyboard, I just closed my eyes and like lift my head a little bit, and I just went like this on the keyboard. I just like jittered my fingers until I hit a few keys, and then I opened my eyes, I look at the screen, and it's like SKRJI, and I was like, I could probably use another letter. So I put my fingers back, and I just jittered them until my pinky hit the A key, almost on accident, and I was like, okay, seems good. So yeah, my chess training. I just troll. I just play for fun. Yeah, so that's where my Reddit and Twitter username come from. Why do players curl their thumb inwards? Like, oh, like this when they play? I don't know, preference.
Look what I found. Some goldfish. Fuck
Oh.
yeah. Dude. Let's go.
Did I consider voice chatting during NAT against Ed? I did, but I didn't want to troll that hard. Because I did that against Fancy, and then I just hard inted and lost. So, good time.
Cheddar. It's pretty awesome.
How can you make your tablet moving on your table stop?
I did a custom solution, silicone baking mat on top of another silicone baking mat.
Yeah, I mean the common solutions are like put something under it, put something over it. Like you could put something behind your tablet so that it like stops it from pushing forward.
Like sticky, dude. This is why I have a professional baking mat on my desk, dude.
Yo,
That's the best DIY solution.
why is this camera mirrored? Because it's his own like perspective in the Discord voice call. Discord voice or like video call mirrors your own camera. Like for me, I'm raising like on the this is my left.
It's like me looking in a mirror.
Yeah. It shows you as if you're looking in a mirror, because like people are more used to seeing themselves in it like reflected that way.
Any advice on getting more nibs for the 480? I'm in Australia, so Amazon isn't an option. I'm running out. Go to Wacom's official website. All their pen nibs should be the same, I think. Improving finger control is usually with like break course style maps or things that like you need to be able to start. All right. So the reason why start patterns with any finger, but the biggest reason why finger control is so good for training speed specifically is because when you do a long stream, all right, you start pretty fast, but you naturally slow down. That's why you start seeing those 100s, then the 50s, and then you start missing and stuff. If you were to do a long stream practice map, when you're getting the 100s, when you're getting the 50s, you're not streaming fast enough. You're not getting any practice in. But when you play finger control, when you do a double and then you reset and then you do a triple and then you reset and then do another double and then you reset and then do a 5-note burst, that forces you to continue tapping at the correct speed. That sort of resetting motion makes sure that and forces you to continue going at that speed. Without that sort of pause to reset and continue going that fast, you're not getting the actual genuine speed practice. Because when you do a death stream, you're slowing down. You're no longer doing like a 200 BPM death stream. You're playing a 200 BPM death stream, but you're only streaming it at like 190 BPM. You're not getting that speed practice.
Actually, I think we can tie in things that we talked about earlier. So in short, speed is improved by your technique, right? We were talking about it's like 90 to 95% technique. I mean, it's arguably in like different players would get different answers, but speed is trained from your tapping technique, and tapping technique comes from finger control. Like you need to have good finger control to have a good tapping technique, because otherwise you won't be able to control your fingers in a way that gives a good tapping style. So finger control, I think like finger control is what ties into improving speed, and it's because finger control improves your technique, and then technique improves your speed.
Damn, it's like a domino effect.
Yeah, I think every skill is like that. Oh, remember that chart I showed you?
Oh my god, wait, we haven't even talked about that yet.
It's not done. Wait, I made adjustments, but
can I show it? Just
wait. Then I have an updated version. Then let me send a slightly updated version.
Hold on, let me show you let me show everyone the scuffed version, so everyone else can take a look at what I was supposed to look at.
I mean, it's not much different. Wait,
hold on a sec. Chat.
Okay.
All right, I'll show you guys the updated version of the digital hypno link later. But dude, imagine getting this fucking message from Habib. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Where do I even start here? What is this? What is this? What is this? What the hell? So I literally told him, dude, I have no idea what I'm looking at. Zero fucking clue.
This is the web of what skills tie into what. A basic start of my theory behind it.
The theory of the
I'm gonna make a video. Yeah, it's the area chart. Yeah, at XArc in my chat.
Wait. What the fuck is that? Air you?
Yeah.
All right.
You
Mastery of
see what skill it ties
fundamentals,
into?
gameplay elements, circles, and sliders. Mastery of low star maps, roughly 2-star maps, which builds reading. Reading then builds finger control, rhythm sense,
There's like
and
six
accuracy.
arrows coming out of that. Actually, I think Idki. Oh wait, Idki, are you still
Oh
here?
my god, there are more. Reading speed, which is approach rate, which also ties into pattern processing. Oh my god.
I'm planning on making a video like sort of exposing this after I fix the formatting.
Air you,
Because it's a
comfort
mess
of
to
the
read.
soul.
Please link. Okay, I'll link it. But I mean, there's gonna be a newly formatted version. I mean, I will send you this version for now, but there's and I'll put it in my chat too. But I mean, this is not a finished product, so
Yeah, he's still working on it. I'm not sure, dudes. All right. Here's what I'll say. If you really want to get into the theory, I think it's good to know about this stuff, but bro, just play the fucking game.
yeah.
I'm afraid that people are going to get into the habit of like listening and trying to ask how to improve instead of just literally playing and just improving.
I think that one of my goals with that chart is that like I think it should be up to the player themselves to realize their like weaknesses. So okay, I feel like the biggest tip, and we've talked about this before, is that like it's not really just play more, but it's like play more of what you're bad at, or like play more of your weakness. Like, so we've talked about that before, and so I think one of the goals of this chart is to identify what your weakness is.
Right.
So you can really figure out what you're supposed to train.
Right.
Like let's say like, oh, how do I get faster? I want to be just like Merami. So
Work smarter, not harder.
yeah. Separated with numbers and colors. Yeah, there's gonna be colors for sure. I'm gonna reformat it, but I don't know. I'll make something sort of explaining the whole chart
Hell yeah, dude.
and stuff like that. Yeah, play smart. It's a chart on showing you how to play smart based on your own current skill level. Awesome, but until then, we can maybe wrap things up.
Yeah, I think we're done here, dude.
Yeah, that was a good talk.
Good week.
Good.
I'm sorry
I
for
think-
being late.
No, you're good. You're good. Thanks for. I don't know. I think what matters is that it happened in the end.
Hell yeah, dude. The
Yeah.
Scuffed Podcast. Fuck yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Thanks for watching. Smash the like button. Peace the fuck out, dudes.
All right. See you next time,
Shit, I
Ed.
need to shave. What the fuck?
Every time. He's trolling. You're trolling, Ed.
No, dude, I literally just shaved like fucking 4 days ago, dude.
Oh, this happened last time.
Oh, we didn't even talk about Corsairs. We can do that next week. Sign-ups are still going on.
Corsairs?
It's whatever.
Yeah, I think next week we'll get closer to the end of registrations, and at that point we'll be able to see more teams.
Bro, alright. Me fundraising the map pool must have done something to help market it because like so many teams have like actually no, I don't think it was me. It was already a huge tournament before me, right?
Yeah,
So like
but it help people find out that it's starting right now.
trip.
Because like it's just kind of been like in the air forever. Like Corsairs is going to be coming eventually
Yeah.
later. Yeah. How old am I? 18.
Let's go. I'm 20. Wait, what the fuck? You're younger than
Oh,
me.
you are? Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until next time. See, wait, do we have any matches against each other this weekend? No. I don't think so. No, you don't.
I have no clue. Maybe if you like lose NAT, I might have to
But
face
that would be
against
the
you
week
again.
after.
Oh,
But
I still need
See
to
you around.
practice. Fuck.
same.
All right. Have fun, dude.
Let's go.
Peace out,
All
brother.
right, see you around, Ed.
Thanks for being part of the nation.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
See you, dude. Woo! I'm big. Not anymore. Ah, yes. Bros, what did you guys think about the podcast? It was pretty awesome, wasn't it? And Yodi, what's up, dude? Yeah, I do this to like not leak DMs. I mean, my DMs with him aren't really that like crazy. It's like, yo, sure. Hey, sure. Yeah.